All right, guys, welcome to another episode of Into the Bapaverse. This is episode 5. For people that are recently coming in, if haven't seen the other episodes that I've done, I just go on to the Fighter and the Kid subreddit. I look at the top upvoted content on the subreddit for this week. That's why I have the right here on the tab on the top, and then this week's most upvoted videos. And I'll try to explain some of the things as best as I can, because sometimes I'm gonna just straight out and tell you that I just don't know what the heck they're talking about, because sometimes I just don't know what they're saying. Sometimes I need more context to know what they're talking about. Like I usually go through the subreddit to see where I'm gonna finish it at, because I usually do 10 videos and I try to get through all the memes and the pictures or whatever. So I always put like a time stamp on the bottom of the video, or chapters if you want to call them. So if you just want to skip to the videos, I'll have that down below on the description, or on the where you see it play, on the playback. You can see the chapters and you can skip to the videos if you don't want to look at the memes or the posts that they do, that don't have any clips. So we'll start it right now. And the first post here has 2.7 upvotes. It says, UFC fighter Paul Craig recognizes the CEO of PF Chang's. So if you don't know who Paul Craig is, he's a UFC fighter. He fights in the light heavyweight division. Recently lost to Johnny Walker by holding onto his leg and not letting go, and he just managed to get TKO'd while holding his legs. And he was on like a good fight streak for a while. And until up till recently, I think maybe that was his latest loss. I don't know. I don't remember too specifically. Let me look at that, just kind of verify. Yeah. So his latest loss was Johnny Walker. He lost to Uzdemir. He lost to Uzdemir by decision, and he had a 4-win streak before that. He even managed to beat the former. I mean, not the former, but now the current light heavyweight champion, Jamal Hill. Jamal Hill also beat a veteran, Glover Teixeira. So he has some good wins, especially the one with Magomed Ankalaev. He's already beaten, other contenders. I mean, this was like when he beat Magomed, he was basically losing the whole fight, and up until the last round, and needed 1 second left to lose. He managed to finish it at 4 minutes and 59 seconds by applying a triangle choke on Ankalaev and tapping him out right in the last second. So that was one of his achieving moments in his career. So let's go back to the video here, or the clip. Let's see. So Paul Craig recognizes the CEO of PF Chang's. I think they're referring to Brian Campbell. He's the CEO. He's also Brandon's least favorite people, according to Mark Harley. Let's play the clip here.
Women's strawweight division. Yeah, I mean, I respect the history of it. That's it at the end of the day.
Is that what it is? The history of it?
My friend did tell me you're the CEO of PF Chang's.
Holy
Oh my God,
shit,
is this really happening right now?
What the fuck is...
Wow.
So as well as being horny, you're the CEO of that?
That's what they tell me. Yeah, that's what they tell me. But just regular. I guess Ariel's the wartime one, but I don't even know what that means either.
You don't know. He's like,
take it away, BC.
There's
this
a large
is the house you've built
of the Morning Combat fan base who
I know all about
aggressively dislike our former colleague Brendan Schaub.
Yeah. Yep. It's probably, let's be honest, it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, some of it is very creative.
So you do know who Brian is?
No, I've just met him.
Because we were talking before, like you had to do a little due diligence. You didn't know who he was, but I guess you do, huh?
He gets me.
He is an asshole, isn't he? He's an
No, I quite like it. I quite like it.
Thank you very much.
like
I think
it.
he recognizes ultimately. I told you the combination of what makes me. He knows I could fit in on.
He's a horny man who ticks all my boxes. I mean, I'm not coming on to you.
Yeah. I wouldn't. You know.
So you super gay?
He might be. It's okay though.
Yeah.
Let's break that down a little bit. So let me go back, kind of break it down.
Women's strawweight division.
We've got.
Yeah, I mean, I respect the history of it. You know, that's it. At the end of the day.
Is that what it is? The history of it?
My friend did tell me you're the CEO of PF Chang's.
Holy
Oh
fucking
my God!
shit.
Is this really happening?
Like Luke's
Is
reaction.
this really happening right now?
What the fuck
Wow.
So
Right now. Oh
fucking
my God!
shit,
Is this
you're the CEO of PF Chang's.
Holy
Look at that. Look at that reaction. Luke does not like. I think after a while, maybe he just doesn't care because apparently, he's kind of close to Brandon. He's been on his show. He doesn't want to, I think Lucas he tries to be more professional than Brian. Brian does not care really, and goes out of his way to, single out Brandon and do Shabisms, and Luke just tries to like tolerate it.
Oh my God! Is this really happening right now?
What the fuck
Wow.
So as well as being horny, you're the CEO of that. My man?
That's what they tell me. Yeah, that's what they. But just regular. I guess Ariel's the war.
The people that call him the CEO of PF Chang's are the people on the subreddit. He and Ariel Helwani are both CEOs of this fine website, according to the homeless cats here on the subreddit. The homeless cats are also what they're called, another nickname for them.
Wartime one, but I don't even know what that means either.
You don't know. He's like,
Take it away, BC.
There's
This
a large
is the house you've built.
of
Yep.
the Morning Combat fan base who
I know all about it.
aggressively dislike our former colleague Brendan Schaub.
Yeah. Yep.
It's
brilliant. Let's be
aggressively dislike our former.
Hey, BC.
There's
This
a large
is the house you've built.
of
Yep.
the Morning Combat fan base who
I know all about it.
aggressively dislike one, but I don't even know what that means either.
You don't know. He's like,
Take it away, BC.
There's
This
a large
is the house
population
you've built.
of
Yep.
the Morning Combat fan base who
I know all about it.
aggressively dislike our former colleague Brendan Schaub.
Yeah. Yep. It's brilliant.
It's also funny too because the Morning Combat show, they took over the old below the belt that Brennan was using on Showtime, and then they just renamed it, and then still kept the same channel, and then so the people that were on the old like below the belt, they saw a quick change in the Morning Combat, and then all the content was them and not Brennan, because they do almost the same thing. They like talk about MMA, but Morning Combat does a way better job at it, and they're not always messing up. So yeah, that's also another detail there.
Let's be honest. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, some of it is very creative.
So you do know who Brian is?
No, I've just met him.
Because we were talking before, like you had to do a little due diligence. You didn't know who he was, but I guess you do. Huh?
He gets me.
He is an asshole, isn't he? He's an
No, I quite like it. I quite like it.
Thank you very much.
like
I think
it.
he recognizes ultimately. I told you the combination of what makes me. He knows I could fit in on.
He's a horny man who ticks all.
So there you have it, guys. That's all I have to say about that. Let's see the top comment here. With almost 800 upvotes, Ryan Plitskin says, Paul Craig, name the waters. Bruce Wayne replies with, Luke, so do you know who Brian is? PC. That's Paul Craig. No, I just met him. That's also a reference, guys. I totally skipped out on that. Great guy, never met him. Also another great liner from Brendan. Honestly, like that's, even though people dislike him on the subreddit, we're always giving him, not me, but people on the subreddit, they give him credit for making these one-liners like never met him, great guy. Also, like another memorable one is like the white guy. Oh, you're the white guy that works too much. That's apparently from Brandon. That's what Mayweather said to him. Here we got a post. It says, define compulsive liar. Bench press 225. DK Metcalf 27 reps. Aaron Donald 35 reps. Brendan Schwab 40 reps. So I think they're challenging him on his his bodybuilding, his lifting, that he's lying about his lifting. People on the subreddit say that he's a compulsive liar, which is, he likes to stretch out the truth, which can make you a compulsive liar. Let's see some of the top comments here. I always try to, if I can't find a video for it, I'll try to just go over the comments, the best comments. That's the white boy who benches too much. Yes, exactly. Tightwad, sorry I forgot to say your name. Tightwad Joe. Keyed Dummy. Keenet Dummy. I'm gonna butcher all these names, guys, because they're just words that I have never heard before. Brennan would shut you all up right now and easily crank up 40 reps without strap, but he unfortunately just blew out both his biceps cleaning his fish tank. Yes. So this one by Hello Mark Harley, not a bad Alex Jones impression. This video has been archived and is not available to watch. I'm assuming this is the one where Mark Harley leaks the voicemail from Brandon talking about the Alex Jones crashing Joe Rogan's dinner party. I've also made a video about that one. I'll link it to this video so you can see that one, or I don't know, maybe I'll just add it in here, just the voiceover part, the voice memo part, so you guys can understand what I'm talking about. All right, guys, I got another video for you guys, and this one is a leak by Mark Harley. He's leaking Brandon's messages. This was when they were friends during that time, and he brings up Alex Jones crashing Joe Rogan's dinner. He gets invited by Eddie Bravo. So we'll read the messages and then we'll get to the voicemail. Okay. So it says, Joe had dinner with Alex Jones and Rogan. It got so heated, LOL. Joe and Alex kept asking to come on. Man, it was awkward. No way. That's Mark Harley. Joe lit him up so bad. That's insane. What did he say? Tell you in a few. I'll send you a voicemail note. Still her. Okay. OMG. Crazy. Can't wait. Okay, here's the voicemail that he sends Mark.
Yo, so we do the show. It goes great. You saw most of it, so it goes great. And then even though I didn't really plug anything, which is all good, but then we all go to dinner, and Eddie invites Alex Jones, and so Alex Jones is sitting. It went Rogan on one side, me on the opposite. So me and Rogan sitting across each other. Then Callan's next to Rogan, and then next to Callan is Alex Jones, and next to me is Eddie. Right, so that's the setup. And so Alex Jones gets there, and he's just eyeing Rogan the whole time. You can see he's just like, it was random. He came, like Eddie's like, no, Alex Jones coming. Rogan's like, for what? And he's like, oh, he just wants to see you. And so Rogan's like, all right, yeah, he's cool. He's like, it's random, but all right. So he gets in, he can just tell Alex Jones had an agenda. So as soon as he could, Alex is like, he's like, Joe, I think that, I'm all over the news right now, and it's never been hotter in the line, and I just need a platform to do it. I got to come on the show. I think it'd be great. And that's my Alex Jones impression. And Rogan's like, what? And he's like, I just think you and I together, I need a platform, and you need to let me come on the show. And Rogan's like, stop. You're not coming on my show. And Alex is like, I think it'd be good, if I'm like a gorilla with rocks, bash them together, and you and Rogan's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Literally gets in his face, goes, what the fuck are you talking about? He goes, you can't come on my show, dude. He goes, you're talking about these kids that died, and it's you don't think about the consequence for me. I don't need the fucking heat. It's not happening. And Alex like, I know, I think it'd be good. He's like, stop, quit fucking asking me. And then Eddie started going off about some conspiracy on the the government, and Alex takes his phone out to film all this, and Roman's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He's like, "We're at dinner, dude. Put your fucking phone down. Don't blast this out." He's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And he's, dude, just Rogan was a savage on him, and Alex is like, "All right, well," and then after he realized it wasn't happening, he's like, "All right, well, I'm gonna get going. I appreciate you guys having me." And you're just like, "What the fuck?"
Another post that says Bappa on Suicide Watch. So this one has a picture of Joe Rogan and it looks like David Lucas here. And Joe opened his comedy club called the Comedy Mothership. Let's take a couple of let's look at this image here. It says Joe Rogan brings up our first comic, David Lucas. Let's see, the top comment here says PM me your PM me your shooters. Says Joe wanted me to help him out. Joe wanted me to help him open his new comedy club, but I just couldn't find a way for my family. B, what do you what can you do? I love my kids. Beast of a dad. This is somebody, kind of assuming what Brendan's take gonna be when people ask him about the comedy club, and this is a very good assumption of what he might say, because this is his default line, like, my kids, I love my kids. This was on a Saturday or Sunday or something, right? I couldn't make it. I don't work weekends. Movie sus F says, and as he says, beast of a dad. He's lifting his whiskey to take a sip. Yeah, so yeah, the comedy club's been open in Austin. I don't know how that's gonna go for him. I hope he does well, but Austin's a completely different vibe to what LA is in the comedy scene. Big Sexy with BGL Alliance has been declared. Sean McCorkle. Okay, let me make this big here. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, as they say. BGL is kind of like one of the Nazi scientists we took out of Germany once. The war was over. I hated him at first, but he had to call a truce with him so that the mission didn't go off course. So my understanding of Sean McCorkle is that he is like basically like Brendan Schaub 2.0. He's like the former UFC fighter, but he's actually pretty funny, according to Joe Rogan. Let me see if I can find that clip. Hold up, guys. Here's a clip that I found that I remember watching earlier throughout the week that kind of referenced Sean McCorkle by Joe Rogan talking to Brendan Schaub like years ago. Okay, let me see. Let me read the title here. It says, Rogan says Big Sexy Sean McCorkle is a very funny guy, and Braidhead has to throw a shot and dismiss him. Jealous much? Let's play this clip.
Submitted. He got submitted by somebody. Like in his first, Sean.
Oh, Corkle?
Yes, Sean McCorkle.
That's right, Sean McCorkle.
Caught him with a Kimura from his back.
His first fight in the UFC.
His first fight in the UFC.
Back.
Submitted him.
Yes,
yeah,
submitted him.
Huge upset.
And then he had the...
Sean McCorkle's a funny fucking guy. He says some ridiculous shit online.
I don't know. Is he still alive?
Yeah, like...
alive?
That face says it all. Like, why you complimenting that bitch? As Tom Segura, Tom Segura says this line, and Christina too. He's like, "Why are you complimenting that bitch?" And this is how Brendan felt like, "Oh, you're gonna talk about another heavyweight fighter in front of me like that, bro? Are you serious?" Let's go back. Here's another post. Referencing Sean McCorkle. Says Sean McCorkle says he'll bet 100 grand that Papa can't do 40 reps of 225 on that bench press. Okay, let's read the tweets here. Just found out Brendan Schaub claimed last night he reps 225 for 40 reps bench press at Aaron Donald 97. Only did it 25 times at the combine. The combine all-time record is 51 reps. Schaub claim would put him near the top 10 all-time at the combine. I'm sure it happened though. Mr. Rec shit. I don't know how you pronounce that. If you call out Bapa's lies, you're just a hater. I love to see him attempt this on camera. Replying to Rec shit, it says, I'll do 100K cash bet that he can't do it. I'll even give him a month to get ready, and he can't take all the steroids he wants. If he can rep it 40 times, I'll still pay him, but I'll require a steroid test just to prove that even on all the PEDs in the world, he still can't do it. Ooh, calling out Brandon here, but I know Brandon, as Brandon likes to say, I do not entertain the social media. So most likely he will not talk about this. I'll be surprised if he mentions this on The Fighter and the Kid or anywhere else that some guy is talking shit about how he lifts and stuff. So he'll give him a slight underhanded diss, but will never mention his name. Says for that much, Rogan is shorty pie. Says for that much bank, using correct form and motion needs to be specified. Here's somebody that linked his form.
Can't not, we gotta make fun of our friends on this show. That's part of what we do here. And Brendan Schaub, again, friend, took to Instagram and social media yesterday and posted himself lifting weights at a very famous gym, Zoo Factor, I believe it's called. Watch this bench press here. It's supposed to be 400 pounds. I believe that's right. The big ones are 45 on each side. Then he's got a 25, a 10, a 5, and a 2.5, I think. 1, there we go. And then 2. There we go. Okay. BC, I got to tell you, here's what my tip is. Brendan, buddy, your bench is blockbuster. You need a trainer, guy. That's the worst bench press I've ever seen. Okay? I say this out of love. And I also say this, Mocha.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
And the 5 and a 2.5, I think.
Look at that. That arch he does, man. I heard that's bad. Isn't it bad? I don't lift weights or nothing like that, but that doesn't look good. That does not look good. He's like humping the air right here. So let's go back. Here's somebody that linked from what the post was saying about Brendan here, the record that he did, the 51 or something, that lie. So we'll look at that here. Somebody linked in the clip that we can see where he lies. So
probably 4 months ago, 315 12 times.
12?
Yeah.
315 12 times.
Yeah.
TRT did it 12 times.
Yeah.
You did it 12 times.
Yeah, I did 225 40.
I heard it's
No
small,
shit.
Yeah.
I heard it's a small
Yeah,
percentage
what's up,
of
dog? Come on, bro. Come on, man. This ain't the see you buff days, dog.
I heard it's
That's
Don't
why
let
you
me piss in a cup, I'll melt it, bro.
You don't miss bench day at the combine.
No,
do you?
no,
You're like,
Can you do
pussy.
315?
315? Yeah, probably a few times, but that's it.
Not 12. Huh?
No. Maybe 2.
You think he's lying?
No.
No.
I've seen this.
I posted too.
Yeah, I was going to
Yeah,
say,
I
I've seen
posted.
this video.
I'll
It's like
post
he
it too.
fucking-
Yeah, I deadlift 600.
Yeah.
Almost blew my asshole out. I'll never do that again. Yeah. No.
there you have it, guys. So that's another, some proof that he actually did say that. Very big statement there. His guest, what's his name? Freaking Quentin Rampage says, "You believe him?" He's like, "Yeah," and he goes like this. Let's look at that. Let's look at that moment again.
$12?
Yeah.
315 12 times.
Yeah.
I heard
TRT did it 12 times.
You did it 12 times.
Yeah, I did 225/40.
I heard it's a
No
small,
shit.
Yeah.
I heard it's a small
Yeah,
percentage
what's up,
of
dog?
the
Come on, bro.
community.
Come on, man. This ain't the see you buff days, dog.
I heard it's
That's
Don't
why
let
you
me
watch
piss in a cup,
that's
I'll
why you
melt
watch-
it, bro.
You don't miss bench day at the combine.
No,
You're
no,
like,
Can you do
pussy.
315?
315? Yeah, probably a few times, but that's it.
Not 12. Huh?
No, maybe 2.
You think he's lying?
No,
No.
I've seen. His,
I posted too.
yeah, I was gonna say
I
I've seen
posted.
this video.
I'll post it too. Yeah, I deadlift 600.
Yeah.
Almost blew my asshole out.
Yeah. Okay, so here's another post by Sean McCorkle. I'll read this again. It says, just found out Brendan Schaub claimed last night he reps 225 for 40 reps on the bench press at Aaron Donald 97. Only did 35 at the combine. The combine all-time record is 51 reps. Schaub claims he would put him near the top 10 of all time at the combine, but I'm sure it happened though. Also, Brendan Schaub claims he benches 315 for 12 reps. Number 1, no, he doesn't. Number 2, if he's saying 225 for 40 reps, his 315 should easily be at 15 to 20 reps. He said the video of him doing it is on his Instagram, but where? I need the link. I'll go check out his Instagram right now, see if I can find it. So I did a really long search, and I could not find anything. Maybe he posted it on his stories, but I could not find anything, any post or reels, or he got tagged doing that stuff. So I can't confirm that he did it. The last thing that we can confirm was that other video where he was arching his back, and that was on his story. So because I can't find that post here on his main, and usually anything pops up. Everything he's been posting will pop up on all his posts, but I just couldn't find it. We got another one that says modern serviceman in uniform, 2 out of 1,000. Thank him. Yeah. So the shirt that Joe is wearing there, high fashion. Dave Chappelle also wearing the same long shirt. Buddy, this needs to be tucked in. This is not looking good. Yeah, that's not cool, dude. That's not cool. This is high fashion. You take risks. I take risks. Says correct slide with almost 500 upvote. Says that's really dumb. Look for both, like really fucking dumb. Putty Pan says that's a woman's dress sold as a t-shirt. Yeah, this is something that like women like to wear when they sleep at night. You know, to feel comfortable, is to wear like a long shirt. You know, like as pajamas. But for him or these high-valued men, they've completely converted this shirt into a high-value fashion piece. This is an actual 45-pound plate at Zoo Cultures as featured in Bapa's 425-pound bench and his 225-pound times 30, which is now 40, which has now became a 40. So this is posted by Mark Harley 4 days ago. So this is a 45-pound plate. It weighs at 41.3. So is it really a 45-pound plate? Let's look at the top comment because I don't understand freaking gym bros. I saw Moose Puncher 93 says I saw this and damn, there's some really dedicated counts out here. Then I saw the username. LOL. Bapa has a lie detector personified on his ass right now, and he still keeps making up the same claims I did when I was 6 years old. Bapa truly just goes. You could bench press 700 pounds, so 80 times when you were 6. Talking about beast. Mark Harley says here, replying to somebody, it says, beast of a cat. Says, so basically at 30 years old, juiced to the gills, weighing 275, Bapa repped out 210 30 times, which is dog shit form and no lockout, which is equivalent to benching 210 25 times with proper form, which is equivalent to benching 225, 17, 20, 27 times with a proper form, which is identical to 21 reps he did at his pro day 20 years ago at 30 pounds lighter. Water. Mark Harley replies with correct. My best guess would be at 27 legit locked out reps. I'm trying to test myself soon, and I'll post the results online with. We'll bring a digital scale and lock up all the reps. I am not like all these freaking workout posts. I'm like freaking suffering right now, man. I do not care about gym bros. Like I don't understand the culture. Like I've seen what's his name, More Plates, More Dates, and I've seen the reels or the TikToks of that one dude asking people if they're natty or not. That's kind of interesting, but they all seem to be like, no man, I'm freaking natural, and they're all like vascular, right? So yeah, I don't care much about this. I'm sorry for the people that do. I'm not very much interested in it, and it, like the sound of my voice, you can kind of assume that I am not liking this content right now. It's usually a bunch of clips that I tend to watch, but right now it's recently just freaking gym shit. But I have to get through it because this is into the Bapaverse, and this is what they posted this week. Okay, and now we get to another clip. Finally, it says the Neggs Chapter. Let's watch this.
Well, fellas, the DA gadooshed my comedy career. I'm shadow banned on every social media platform. Nobody bought my sweet, sweet nectar, and Papa Toad no longer returns my calls. It's time for me to bet on myself one last time. Bapa's starting an OnlyFans, featuring only the sexiest Bapa catchphrases, like "Walled me to my trug," "Let's go," "Dicey, dicey," "What are we doing here?" You tell me. Heard it both ways. I can't talk. And do you think that's nice?
Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. See next page for directions for disclaimers.
What?
that was a nice one. That was pretty funny. AI has been recently been showcasing its potential out there in the world, and a lot of people are scared by it because how good it's gotten, because you could just feed it some audio, and all these podcasters like Joe Rogan and Brandon with this one, this AI. I mean, this AI made him sound like really, really slow. So I don't know if that's like something that popped out like just by itself, or somebody just slowed all the the audio down to make him sound more redacted. Let's look at the comments here. There's not much I can say about it because this is an AI. This is not Brendan saying anything like this. Obviously, it's not real. It's parody. Just to clarify that, I don't want to get in trouble with nobody. Air Pumper, you got me, brother. Whisper got me, brother. Yeah, brilliant. Seeing more of these fake audios. I'm assuming it's AI, but what tool are people using to make these? Sclob. That's the poster. The OP says 11 Labs. I asked you Dangerous Design 107 what he used after I saw his BGL one, because the last time I messed around with voice cloning was when Tacotron was the main thing, and it was a massive pain in the ass. Ironically, unlike Tacotron, 11 Labs is really quick and easy to get very articulate results, but takes a bit more tinkering if you want the redaction to shine, though. 400 Ev says, is this free or paid? Schloss says they have a $1 first month trial and a $5 after, so it doesn't really break the bank, even if it just ends up for one video. Yeah, so yeah, obviously they are people in the comments are confirming this is just an AI. AI has been, on fight recently, and I'm gonna do like a couple of my reactions with Joe Rogan's AI talking to a Ben Shapiro AI, like talking about freaking Ratatouille. I thought that clip was pretty funny of them. Pretty, got their like the way that they sound pretty good. Here's another clip. Here's another post that says BCEO accidentally pulls a Schlop move and Helwani calls him out. So this one is a clip. Let's play that little clip here.
Talk me through what you were feeling. I was in the arena, so maybe I'll go first. I was in the arena. I can feel the.
You just asked me a question, and
energy.
then you answered your own question.
I've seen that done before in the podcast space. So there's no question about that. I could feel the energy in the room, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's a classic shot move. Ask somebody a question and then quickly interrupt them and answer it yourself, and then ask the person to answer the question. Yeah, that's a big one. That's a very big one that people criticize him for, and he still does it to this day. He still asks people a question, then he answered it himself, and then he's like, "Okay, now your turn." Here's the meme that we're talking about. This is basically Brendan Schaub in a nutshell when he's asking a question.
Let's say it goes how you think it's going to go. Khabib dominates. What's next? I'll tell you what I think.
Go ahead.
And one of the reasons I say this because I heard you say this, so I put a lot of weight into it, is he's done.
Okay, so yes and no.
I think he retires. I don't think a Tony Ferguson. I don't think a Conor fight. I think at the end of the day, too.
That's what it is. That's the perfect encapsulation of what Brendan does. This is his comedy. He goes in there, he interviews somebody, but he's also another guest in his own show. Like he has to like put in his thoughts, even though he has somebody like, "Hey, what do you think about?" And then he goes like, "Hey, let me tell you what I think first." That's just so freaking hilarious. Says this post says BGL is getting bent pixeled. So yeah, I saw this one like a week ago. Like Mark did a video about Brendan talking about his diet and how he lied about the diet that Mark Harley recommended. So let's read this right here from he got a YouTube email, like a Gmail from YouTube saying that he got a video copyright strike. Okay, let's read it. It says, "Hi, hello, Mark Harley. Due to a copyright takedown notice that we received, we have taken down your video from YouTube. Video titled Brendan lying about my diet. That's the video URL. Taken down by Ben Pixels. This means that your video can no longer be played on YouTube. You have received a copyright strike, and now you have one copyright strike. Blah 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 blah." Mark says, "Video is fair use because I play footage of Brendan lying about the contents of something I emailed him, then show the actual email at the end. We'll be submitting a counter notification." Top reply says from PC Loader. Top reply from PC Loader letter 81 says, "If you wanted to bend pixel me, brother, you got me." Okay, so it's another meme here. So he took down his video because, according to Mark, he said that the video that he did was not fair use enough or something like that. So they took it down. All right, so I went on to Mark Harley's YouTube channel. He posted his response to what he's gonna email to Google, claiming that it was fair use for that video that he did on the criticism of Brendan Schaub criticizing his diet. And so we're going to read this. Here's Hello Mark Harley's Gmail that he sent, or his email that he sent to Google, talking about the copyright strike. Hello Mark Harley says, my counter notification to Brendan's copyright strike. I know it's a little wordy. I just wanted to be thorough. My use of the clip from the podcast The Fighter and the Kid is protected by fair use. In the clip, Brendan Schaub, the host of the show and owner of the podcast YouTube's page, brings me up for discussion unprompted and proceeds to discuss a diet and workout plan that I emailed him and the other co-host Chappelle Lacey earlier in the week. He proceeds to criticize the diet as ineffective and claims that if followed would make him fat due to the number of carbohydrates in the diet. He makes a specific claim about the number of carbohydrates recommended in the diet, stating I recommended 300 grams per day. However, this is false. The actual number recommended was 222 grams per day. The next part of the clip shows Chappelle calling me on FaceTime to discuss the diet. I speak with Brendan about the diet, and he cites the number of carbohydrates once again, using a different number this time, 277 grams per day, which is again completely false. I include a screen recording scrolling through my entire email at the end of the clip, ending on several seconds of a close-up screenshot showing the 222 grams of carbohydrates per day I actually recommended. To provide criticism and commentary on the short clip of the TFAT-K, my criticism and commentary is included in order to prove that Brendan was falsely quoting my diet multiple times in the episode in order to basically disparage my expertise with regards to macronutrients for weight loss and ultimately damage my reputation as a fitness professional. This criticism and commentary are sufficient to constitute an exception to the copyright claim. Very fair. So that would be fair use because Brendan talked about Mark Harley. Brendan, said false. He made false claims about the diet incorrectly. Didn't really correctly talk about it. And Mark, said like, "Hey, this is obviously fair use. I'm in the video. They're talking about me, so I have to defend myself and say what Brendan is saying is not true because I did not say Brendan said 300 grams per day. He recommended 300 grams, which was actually the actual number that he recommended was 222 grams a day. So yeah, that's also making Mark Harley look bad because, as he said, he's a fitness professional, he's a trainer, so that also messes with his his side job or whatever he's doing in that profession. And yeah, that would negatively affect what he's doing there in that aspect. So yeah, that's very fair for Mark Harley. Hopefully he gets that video put back on because it does seem to be just a revenge takedown from part of Brendan not liking Mark Harley anymore. Okay, now we go to how'd Showtime go?
Well, first of all, I'm good. Thanks for asking. Thanks for having me.
Oh, I'll get right into it.
I mean, geez Louise, not even a hello, how are you? Nothing? Thanks for being here. My first time.
I think I added world-renowned and award-winning.
I appreciate that. I mean, talk about going from the penthouse to the outhouse. You go from Luke to me, so I apologize to the audience. I am very happy to be here. This is tremendous. Nice place. I like what you did with it.
You don't have to be
can,
so kind.
Can I break the fourth wall? This is a big deal. Are we just going to blow? This is like Hogan and Savage in '85 coming together, the mega powers.
If my hand wasn't so sweaty,
yeah, mine are too. We do this? I mean, this is a big deal. It's the first time I think that we actually do something together.
I always wanted to be able to say to you, how's Showtime? And now I can say
yes.
Okay, you know, how's Showtime go? It went great. Here we are right here in a big fight, Ariel, that is circled on the calendar.
Okay, we're blowing past it. All right.
Yeah, so there in that part, Brian is referencing the how Showtime go when during that time Brandon and Ariel were having a back and forth, and Brandon talked to him about like, oh, like he got fired from Showtime, or he got fired from not Showtime, he got fired from Fox, and then he went on Showtime, and then he did his own thing, like how Brandon did his own thing, like the thick boy stuff. And so then to counteract what Brandon said, like that Ariel's career took a dive, he's like, well, look at your career, look where you are at, like, and then he just simply goes on and destroys Brandon, saying like, where's, you know, how'd the comedy special go, how did the Showtime go, how did the ticket sales go? How are the people, the fans? How is that going for you? How is the podcast going? You know, around the time that was when Brian Callen came back from all these accusations, right? So it was, you know, Brennan, all that, you know, before all that stuff, he was in a bad position, and also Chris D'Elia, him crying about Chris D'Elia during that time. And he referenced all those things. Let's look at the top comment here. Original Quattro Loco. This is about to get spicy. Spicy. They're assholes. Beans, cheese. Okay. Whatever. I must have missed this during the drone strike, but it turns out the PFL are homeless cats. The PFL, Katie Nolan, replying to Ariel Helwani. Helwani, thank you, Bapa. Katie from Ariel Helwani responds with, Katie is a homeless cat? Heard it both ways. Back to the fryer, Bapa. That orange chicken doesn't fry itself. PFL replies with, we Netflix? One of us. Damn. Somebody on the socials on PFL is a homeless cat. Makes somebody says from here, Brizzle126, makes sense. She is married to Dan Soder, who is part of the Legion of Scans crew. Oh, that makes sense now. We have somebody from the Legion of Scans, of course. Those guys love to rip apart Brandon. You know what, guys? I'm about to end this right here. I'm a little gassed, you know. I'm a little tired right now. It's kind of like 9 already. I'll post this tomorrow, probably on a Saturday, probably later in the night, and hopefully you guys like this. This week kind of lacked a little lackluster for me. I was not really into all that gym stuff, but like this is my punishment for doing this every Friday, because you know, you never know, it's either gonna be good or it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be a little dicey, you know, once in a while. So yeah, this one was kind of torturous for me. I'm gonna end this right now, and hopefully you liked it, and hopefully next week it gets a little bit better. But honestly, it's my fault. I was a little tired this week and kind of fell asleep early, and I should have been doing this like at 5 just to get more energy, kind of feel more energetic while I'm doing this. And I apologize for my my lack of energy right now, because I'm just a little tired, to be honest with you guys. And a lot of the stuff were posts, so not a lot of videos. I'll do a couple of other stuff that have been posted on here later on, you know, just on, not on the into the Bapaverse, but just the one with the Travis Brown beef. I'll do a separate video about that. And as you guys know, if the people that you've been watching it every Friday, that been staking out and watching it, I'll also post a couple of clips of some of the things that we watched, and add a little bit more context. So I apologize, guys, for the lack of content for this week. It is what it is. Thank you for watching, guys. See you guys next time, and like and subscribe as always. Share your thoughts down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Laters.
It's time for me to bet on myself one last time. Bapa starting an OnlyFans, featuring only the sexiest Bapa catchphrases like "Walk me to my trug,"